So, in our last video we started with the installation and a simple program to print something to the terminal. In this video, we will talk about implicit types and arrays. Let's create a new file. If you are using the same folder, you don't need to install TypeScript again. The let keyword allows us to reuse the variable. That means, we can use the variable to store a different value in the future. Please note that I am not assigning any type to the variable. Notice that TypeScript automatically assigns a type to the variable and we cannot store any value of a different type. In technical terms, TypeScript implicitly casts a type to all the declared variable. We see that the editor gives a red line indicating the error. You can hover over the error message to see why the error is caused. In this tutorial, I am using string and number data types as an example, but feel free to check out different data types. Now let's learn about arrays. If you are familiar with other languages like JavaScript, arrays work the same way. An array can store multiple values of the same type using the same variable name. Please note that while declaring an array, we can use the keyword const and still change the original array using functions like push and pop. The push function can add data to our array and the pop function removes the most recently added data. One important thing to note is that we need not initialize the array at all. In such cases, TypeScript will give an implicit type array of never to the variable. The never type represents the type of values that never occur. As a practice, you can try playing around declaring arrays in different manners and notice the way TypeScript casts the implicit type. Since the array we declared only contains data of type string, we cannot push values of other types. To do something similar, we can use two simple methods. The first method is to add a value of the required data type while declaration. Let's see an example. TypeScript will implicitly assign the data type of a number or a string to the array and we can now add values of both data types. Great! The second method would be to explicitly mention the data type to be either a string or a number, like we used in the last video. It is generally a good practice to explicitly mention the data types for code readability, but even if we forget to do so, TypeScript will take care of it. Finally, we will look at the pop function's use. As you can see, it removed the value 20 from our array. In the next video, we will look at the object data type.